What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Minion Moto Show. So today's product review is Lucas Super Cylinder Lubricant and Injector Cleaner. Treats one tank up to 25 gallons gasoline or diesel. Use every fill up for maximum power and fuel economy. Eliminates need for higher octane fuel. Safe for any engine. 5.25 fluid ounces. So as you can see, that's kind of what it does there. Okay, there's a difference before and after. Tune up in a bottle. The complete fuel treatment. Now I'm 29 years old. I started driving when I was 16. The first truck I had was my dad's old 1988 Ford Ranger with a 2.9 liter V6 four-wheel drive that he bought off of my uncle, my grandmother's sister's husband. So my grandmother, her sister, who, you know, her husband. So my uncle, right, owned it. It was a two-door blue with a white camper shell. It was four-door or a four-wheel drive. Had to get out and do the lockers, shift it in a four, lock the, get out, lock the front wheels, shift it in the four-wheel drive, back up 20 feet, and then go. Then you had to do the same thing but opposite. You had to shift out of four-wheel drive, unlock the front lockers, and back up 20 feet to get back into two-wheel drive. Well, that son of a bitch went to over 600,000 miles before I sold it. My second truck was a 2002 two-door dark green Ford Ranger, four-cylinder, 5-speed manual, and I had about 300,000 miles on it by the time I sold it. And I also bought that off of my dad. My dad bought it at the Ford dealership, had 85,000 miles on it when we bought it, and had almost 300,000 miles on it when I sold it, because I was driving everywhere. I was driving like 100 miles a day almost, basically, for a long time. And some days I would, I would drive from Palm Springs to Indio and back like every day, sometimes twice a day, and that's 25 miles one direction, maybe 30 miles in one direction. And I would go out to Ocotillo Wells, Glamis, Yucca Valley, and LA quite a few times. And anyways, now I got my 2001 Ford Ranger with the 3.0 V6. My grandparents also had a 96 Ford Explorer with the 4.0 V6 two-wheel drive. We had a 1975 CJ5 Jeep, a straight six. Had a 1941 Ford Coupe. Every one of those vehicles that, as far as I remember, ever since I was like 16, or when I got in high school about 14 years old, I've been using this shit. Now it says every time you fill up your gas tank, right, I will only use one of these every month and a half or every 1,500 miles, whichever one comes first, right? Just because you can get one of these for like $5 or 2 for $8 at O'Reilly Auto Parts. So if you filled up every week like I did, that's $20 a month, right, for this shit. That's $240 a year. So if I do it every month and a half at $5 a pop, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, that's like $40 a year. It helps, believe me. It'll help keep your engine running cleaner. Like with me, I've gotten so in tune with my truck that I can tell when it's running a little sluggish. And what I do with this is I wait till I go to the gas station. I pour this stuff into my gas tank first, and then I put the gas in. So the gas runs down the filler tube and washes the rest of this into the gas tank, and then it mixes in. This will mix in with the gas so it lasts for a long time, right? You know, for the entire tank of gas. And if you have a bigger tank, if your gas tank's bigger than 25 gallons, they have a bigger one, a bigger bottle that treats up to 100 gallons, and that's for the entire bottle. So it's like 4 of these put together. Now you cannot overdo this stuff because it is flammable, so it will burn in your engine, but it cleans your engine, right? So let's say you have like a 40-gallon gas tank, right? Just buy 2 of these for $8 plus tax, pour them both into your gas tank, and then put the gas in so it gets mixed in. Believe me, having a little bit more of this stuff is better than not having enough of this stuff in your gas tank. I've been using this shit for 13 years. I've never had a problem with it. People told me, why don't you go use Seafoam? Because I've seen what Seafoam does to people's engines, and that shit will destroy your engine like there's no tomorrow. So if you want to clean out your engine, get better fuel economy, you know, have your engine running cleaner, be able to pass smog a little bit easier, go with Lucas Fuel Injection Cleaner. Believe me, this stuff works, and I would not recommend this stuff if it didn't. So go get yourself a couple of bottles of these, store them up in your house, inside your house, not your garage, not your shed. Keep them inside your house. Buy like 4 or 5 bottles, you know, 6 bottles. That's what, 1.5 to 3, that's 6. Because if you buy yourself 8 bottles of this stuff, right, that's an entire year's worth if you bought 8 of these, right? If you use it every month and a half or every 1,500 miles. And it's a cheap investment to help keep your engine running. Helps keep it running cleaner, longer, just better overall. Get a little bit, like, you're not going to go from 18 miles a gallon to 25 miles a gallon using this stuff. But if you're running at like 17 and a half and you're supposed to be getting 19, this stuff will help you get back up to 19 miles to the gallon. It'll help you get that 1.5 miles a gallon back. That might not be much, but if you have a 20-gallon tank and you can get an extra 20 to 30 miles extra out of your tank, then why not? You know, especially if you're in an older truck like I am. Make the investment, just buy some of these and you'll be good. Catch you guys on the flip side, y'all.